Personal finance education is a vital life skill for young people. It can be taught as part of several subjects, but today we're looking at its use within PSHE, where it's been on the curriculum since 1999.
Right, so it's money that's coming out of your bank account, going into another account. You've given the bank permission to take that money out. What do we call that?
It can be seen as a tough topic. Teachers clearly have relevant personal experience, but many worry about translating this from their personal lives to their professional lives.
Although they manage the budgets at home and they probably have bank accounts and checkbooks and credit cards, they don't feel that they have enough knowledge and understanding to be able to take that into a classroom and deliver a lesson. And I think it's just giving them the confidence more than anything.
This programme aims to help build that confidence by showing you where resources can be found and examples of how to teach the subject in an engaging way.
If you, firstly you want to do finance, you think it's going to be boring, but when you actually do a couple of lessons, it's not so bad.
There's a pupil resource programme to accompany this one for use in the classroom. It's called Paying Your Own Way, and it features two youngsters looking at the costs of living independently. It's available for downloading on the Teachers TV website. Personal finance education is, of course, relevant to all students. The key is how to make it suit the specific needs of your school. Here at Thornaby Community School in Stockton near Middlesbrough, 70% of the students come from areas of need.
I would want to give the same opportunity to every child, irrespective of their background. But I think it's probably in an area like this where they're more likely to be tempted to take on a loan or look for additional money without understanding the implications of what that means to them. And therefore I do think the school has a greater responsibility in an area like this to ensure that they go out there equipped with skills for life.
For Anne Jobling, PSHE coordinator at Thornaby, the main problem she faced when the topic was first introduced was that resources were scarce.
It has been difficult, and unless you've been teaching it for quite a while, and we haven't in schools, I think that is the problem. It is new to schools, so we've got to look around. But once you start looking, you will find there is plenty there, and if you go onto the internet, you'll find the sites and the resources there that you can always use as well.
Anne came across an organisation called PFEG, or the Personal Finance Education Group, at a training day. It's an educational charity working with schools to promote financial education. It offers all secondary schools free advice, support and resources.
They explained to us that there were lots of resources, and those resources have improved over time as well. So I was aware of the places I could go to look for help. And when I got stuck, I did ring PFEG. Most of the time I can work quite easily on my own, but in the situation of teaching finance, there's nobody else in the school that teaches it. So you do feel isolated, and it's nice to have somebody that you can turn to.
Judy Short, a PFEG consultant, was Anne's point of contact.
I came up here a while ago to look at a programme that Anna put together across PSHE, and we were looking at the financial elements, and so I knew that the school was already a long way along the road with PSHE developments.
If we can engage with people outside who are working on this on a daily basis, it can only add to the resources and support the implementation of it in school.
Some organisations automatically send out publications to schools, and they can serve as useful resources.
The red box we got from the government, that comes out directly to us. A Better Way to Work comes from the TUC, which also help us getting students into work for the first time, what they should know and understand about that. So some of them are free resources and some of them we have to finance ourselves. This worksheet is on managing your income. So with the Year 10 class that I'm teaching at the moment, we're looking at them going out to work for the first time, getting the pay slips and understanding what the tax codes are, the deductions, their allowances. And this is just a nice little worksheet that would maybe help them with that. So it's to back up what we already have in place.
Anne's been teaching a series of lessons to her Year 10 group, aiming to get students to understand many of the commonly used financial terms. She's used internal and external resources and a variety of techniques. Now she wants to run a revision session, beginning with a starter activity.
I'm looking for something different in this lesson. We've done a lot of worksheets, we've used the internet, we've talked, we've had class discussions, but I wanted to look for something different here.
I think when you've only got a few lessons to deliver a programme on financial education, you need to be quite snappy and sort of make sure that you're covering all the elements.
The word on, check whether you've got the right definition.
Judy's helped Anne to prepare this lesson, and now she's going to observe it.
Right, today's lesson is a revision lesson because we've finished now doing the unit that we've been doing on financial literacy. So I'm going to do some sort of assessment, but it's not a test. I'm not going to give you a piece of paper and ask you to write down answers. We're going to do it in another format. I'm going to give you a pack of cards and I'd like you to all work in pairs this morning for this first activity. And on some of the cards you will find a word. On some of the cards you will find a definition. And what I want you to do is pair up the word with its correct definition.
I was assessing whether they understood the financial terms and whether they understood the definitions that went with the financial terms.
I actually like the cards because you're reading them over and over again and trying to put them with the words. They stick in your mind more because you're reading them over and over again.
I like the cards bit as well because you're working with your partner, and it's easier when you're working as a pair, I think, because you can help each other out and discuss the answers and everything, so you learn more.
Well, it's not mortgage. What's a mortgage?
For your house.
That's for your house, so we know it's not that one.
Yeah.
The loan is just
Taking money out.
when you owe money.
Yeah.
Debit card? Do you remember what a debit card is? No. Debit card's where you pay for goods and they take the money straight out of your account. So I think that's easier for them in a social setting where there's only two of them. They don't have to then fight for time within the group and one person can't dominate. Even in pairs, you still have to be careful who you pair people up with. So what's left?
Money?
Yeah, but what
Credit?
do we call it?
Credit?
No. What do we call what's left after you've paid all your bills?
Balance? Yes.
Well done.
I personally feel an interactive session it just sets the tone to get the lesson off punchy start, and I thought that was good the way it happened today.
A loan. Money you borrow from banks or building societies. Borrowers need to be 18 years of age and usually pay for goods or services. You can borrow money from parents at any age. I'm sure you know that. You don't need me to tell you that. Right, how did we do? So that's 22 out of 33, so that's 66%. Well done. Right, let's move on to the next activity quickly.
I do believe they've learnt an awful lot before they maybe get 1 or 2, 3 or 4 questions right, where now I think even the starter showed me that they knew a lot more than they did when we first started.
Do you remember right back at the beginning of this module, we played a game called the money game?
The next activity is a multiple choice quiz with a series of easy, medium and difficult questions.
The lesson that we delivered today wasn't that difficult really because I used ideas that we'd used in the past and we knew how it would work with the class, and so therefore I wasn't really expecting problems with it.
What do the initials VAT stand for? Is A, value added tax, B, very awful tax, C, value auto tax, or D, vile attitude tax?
It's what?
It's A, sorry.
You sure about that, Carl?
Positive.
You're correct. Well done. Got £100.
To add interest, the students compete for mock cash prizes.
Do you want to walk away, Carl, or are you going to go on for the next one?
It depends if you get the money, doesn't it?
Well,
It's a simulation, and it takes the pressure off students who perhaps don't know decisions, don't know some of the material, and they can engage and collaborate and find out the solutions to themselves between them.
right, for that question, where would a business go to borrow money? Carl said it was D, the trade union. Can you write your answer, please, on your whiteboard? Let me see what you think. Hold them up. Well, I think most of the class think it would be A, the bank manager. Well done.
I could see from the answers from the class which ones knew the answers and which ones were unsure or were just guessing.
Right, class, Richard wants some help from you. What is the pay called before any tax is taken off? Is it A, gross pay, B, full pay, C, total pay, D, wages? Can you show Richard your answers?
They were interested for a start, so they all listened and they were taking note. And I could see some of them writing down the answers, even though they weren't actually answering them.
Right, we're on to the hard questions now.
Where is the European Central Bank? Is it A, Frankfurt, B, Paris, C, Rome or D, London?
Pressure's on now, do you know? Class, write down which one do you think it might be in.
You've got to know the classes that you're teaching, and I knew when I prepared that lesson that it would suit that class I was teaching. If you don't know your classes, then it's a bit of a learning curve.
Final question.
Can I have a pound if I get this right?
Which of these offers the best value for money? Is A, 500 grams of butter for £2, B, 250 grams of butter for £1, C, 750 grams of butter for £2.50, or 1,000 grams of butter for £3.20?
Richard, what do you think?
C.
You think it's C? Philip, is he right?
He's correct.
Well done. Can we all give him a round of applause?
It was a good lesson. It was exactly what I expected from it. I mean, I could have done an assessment in many ways. I could have given them a test and asked them to write the answers, but that wouldn't have been satisfying for them or for me, and I got as much out of that lesson as they did.
You don't realise you're learning that much,
Yeah.
but you are, like, because it's dead interesting.
If you enjoy it, you learn more, really, don't you? Whereas normally sat in lessons, just writing out, this way you're learning and having fun at the same time. So, yeah, I like this way better.
I was pleased with the students' reactions to the lesson. I obviously wouldn't put a game into every lesson, because if you use them occasionally, they enjoy them more. But I always use some sort of activity with them so they got involved and they were interactive within the class.
Can all the class write down which one they think it is? We've got A, C, C, D, C, A. Oh, we've got a mix here.
Because I can't concentrate on a normal lesson because I get bored. So when I do something good, I can enjoy it, I can learn more.
And I think Richard in particular was very confident when he went out of the classroom this morning. He felt he's really done something, he'd shown everybody he knew the answers to these questions, and I think his confidence was really promoted in that lesson.
Checking you.
Easy.
Right, we're on to the hard questions now.
For a mixed ability group, I thought there was a lot of knowledge, a lot of confidence in that knowledge, and obviously, you know, skill in sort of using that knowledge, I would hope.
How old do you have to be to have a paper round? A, 9, B, 10, C, 13 or D, 15?
C.
Yeah, that's right.
There's been massive strides in the last 5 years, yeah, through organisations like the FSA, you know, in their investment, and also through organisations like PFAG. What they want is all students throughout the land to be confident, to be skilled, to be knowledgeable in money matters, so that they can actually then move forward, and, you know, our whole country's economy is dependent on that, really.
Financial capability is undoubtedly a crucial life skill, but can be daunting to teach. Anne's message to other teachers is to seek out the resources required to deliver the subject. They are out there and it will help.
We're all in the same boat here. We're all introducing new topics and new bits to the curriculum. There's usually somebody else out there that can help you. Or if not, go onto the website and contact people, talk to them. There's always somebody to help.
Anne's lesson plans and advice on where to find the resources she's found most valuable are on the Teachers TV website, along with the accompanying pupil programme.